Back to the live workout. Crystal, nice to see you here today. Crystal, did you watch the live workout yesterday?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about chakras this week, and you heard that part, yes? Great. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the second chakra. We're going to do a zone 2 exercise for our second chakra. So it's our sacral chakra. So that relates to our lower back, so the very bottom of our thoracic spine. And emotionally, this relates to our relationships, and that's with ourselves and also with others. And when we have imbalance in this particular chakra, that can create instability, can create some feelings of isolation right now. So there is an element of feeling that to some degree or another, I think, with everyone right now. Physically, we can get some imbalances within like the kidneys, the bladder, the genitals, the adrenals also are affected in this area. The low back is a really big one. I know a lot of people experience low back pain. Also, some imbalances in the sex organs. So all that area, like from your pelvis into your low back, is affected by the sacral chakra. So we're going to try to nourish that one today. So we're working our way up. Day one, we did the root chakra. Today is sacral chakra. Yes. Does that make sense? Just everyone give me like a nod. Awesome. So just to further this talk about the second chakra, it is how we respond to the physical world. So by nourishing it, we can put energy towards creating the life that we want, which is really amazing, especially during this time where we're stuck at home. We have a lot of possibility for creation and being creative, connecting with others, being creative in how we connect with others. So we're going to do that with this exercise that we choose today, which is a Feldenkrais hip pelvis integrator. So I'm going to talk you through it after we do a very brief warm-up like we did yesterday. We'll do a very easy warm-up for our core workout today. We'll do the zone exercise, and then we're going to do the workout and a little cool down. So with this Feldenkrais hip pelvis integrator, we're integrating the hips, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the low back. So by integrating them, we're getting them to all work together because our body is never isolated into one muscle pattern, one specific muscle group. So we want everything to work together. And because we're sitting a lot right now, things are shutting off, right? Our hip flexors are really tight. We're probably shutting off the glutes, especially the glute medius, which supports our gait patterns and mobility. So we're just going to integrate all of those things. So if you have low back pain, low back tightness, this is really great. You can do it before or after a workout. It's going to lengthen the hip flexors. So if it feels really good to you, feel free to do it after the workout. You can do it really as much as you want, but I will talk you through it. We'll go nice and slow. For the warm up for the core, we are doing all body weight stuff today. So I just want to talk you through a quick TVA activation. So your transversus abdominis is your innermost core muscle. And without this activation, the rest of your abdominals cannot really properly work. So if you are a mother and you have given birth, maybe you've had some problems with some diastasis recti, some abdominal tearing. Men can have some issues with this, but we're just going to try to do some breathing and really connect the TVA so that when we go into the core workout, it is fully connected, activated, woken up, ready to go. Yes? So you're going to lay on your back on your mat here. So I want you to bend your knees. And you're going to place your hands behind your lower back. And they should be, if you put a finger in your belly button, the hand is going to go directly on your back as if your belly button went all the way through your center. Yes? And that's going to be both hands. So it'll look like this, and you're just going to lay on top of those hands onto the floor. So what we have is we're ensuring that we have this nice neutral spine here, because if you look at the ideal spine, we have a little curve here. So always a little space. So I want everyone to treat your belly like it's a balloon. We're going to fill up your balloon by taking a full inhalation into your lungs, into the belly, so that everything should expand here. So now we have a full balloon, and you're going to pull your navel into your spine while that balloon is full, and that should create some pressure on the hands and into the low back. So you're just connecting the navel to the spine. And once you get there, you're just going to hold there. So imagine a balloon is fully blown up, and then you're just putting a little pressure on it, like you would just push your finger into the balloon. And then release the breath. Let's try that one more time. Full inhalation into the belly, into the lungs. And then pull your navel to your spine. See if you can get a little pressure onto the hands. You should feel your lower back pushing into the hands. We're going to hold here for 10 seconds. I don't want you to hold your breath, but I don't want you to fully release the breath. So just a little bit of air coming in and out, keeping that tension. We're doing an endurance workout today, so we're matching the endurance with this core TVA activation. We're creating endurance in this muscle by holding it for 3, 2, 1, and then release and just breathe normally. So that's something you can do throughout your day. If you feel any low back pain, if your back gets tight, if you feel like your abdominals are not properly contracting, try that. But now that we're all activated, we're gonna get into our Feldenkrais hip pelvis integrator. So you're gonna stay laying on your back just like you were. Knees bent, but this time we're gonna go arms over your head. If you're laying horizontally towards the camera, I want you to lengthen the leg that is closest to your camera. If you're laying vertically, don't worry about it. So we're gonna work our way up through the spine. You're gonna push the knee that's bent with that foot on the floor. You're gonna push into the foot and lift that same side of your pelvis off the floor just a tiny bit. So the bottom of your spine is lifting off the floor, and then roll it back down. So we're gonna work our way up through the spine, because then we're gonna go up a little higher, lifting a little higher up the spine, another vertebrae or two off the floor, and then roll it back down. Again, pushing through the foot, lift a little higher this time, so we should be up towards like the middle of the back. And then roll back through the spine. Good, pushing through that foot. Let's push up just a little bit higher. So maybe you're coming up on towards that shoulder a little bit. Maybe your spine is rotating towards your camera. And you just want to isolate each vertebrae as you roll back down. Let's just do one more here. Pushing through the foot, hip up, lower back up, mid back, pushing all the way up to the shoulders. So you're laying on the side of the body. And then one vertebrae at a time, rolling through the vertebrae all the way back down. Good, and let's switch legs there. I'm just gonna move through this quickly to teach it to you, but I encourage you to do this in your own time and just take a little more time with it. But let's just hit the other side. So other knee is bent, you're gonna push into that foot, lift your hip up, one vertebrae up, and then roll it back down. I'm just gonna watch you guys keep going. Push into that foot, lift your hip and maybe the bottom of your spine up. Slight rotation. Nice, Crystal, and roll back down. At your own pace, go a little higher. Maybe go up into the mid back this time. Good, nice, gentle breath coming in and out. And a little higher, maybe that shoulder blade comes off the floor. And back. Let's just do one more on this side. Maybe come fully up to the side. So you're laying on the side of your body. Good. And one vertebrae at a time. Slowly, slowly roll back. Nice, everyone. And then bend both of your knees. Let's push our hips up to the ceiling so we get a little hip flexor release. And just engage the glutes there so we get some posterior chain. Amazing. Does anyone have any questions about that? You can just write in the chat really quickly, but that looked really beautiful. So that's your Feldenkrais hip pelvis integrator. So great to do before or after workout. And again, if you're going to do this in your own time, I would just encourage you to go a little bit slower and really try to isolate through every single vertebra. Yeah. All right. Are we ready to work out? So we're going to go through our core circuit. We have 6 exercises. It's the same every single day. We're always doing 6 exercises. And we talked about working on endurance. So we're getting a longer cardiovascular strain today, unlike yesterday where we spiked our heart rate and then recovered. We're just going to stay at one moderate pace today. So we're trying to build endurance in the muscles. So this is a lot of core work. We're gonna do a lot of planking. And if you saw the movement challenge today, it is a longer plank. So those abs should be on fire by the end of the day. I'm gonna talk you through the 6 exercises really quick, and then I'll turn on my timer and we will do it together. So first one, elbow plank. You're gonna do a rainbow with those hips. So you're dropping one side of the pelvis towards the floor, scooping up and over like an ice cream scooper, just side to side. Number 2, you'll stay in that forearm plank. You're gonna reach one arm forward with the thumb up towards the ceiling. Try not to lift here. Stay really parallel to the floor. Alternating arms. Number 3, you're gonna turn into a side plank. If this is too much, being on your elbow, you can always modify to come up into an arm plank. Yes, it's a little bit easier. Side plank, you're gonna do a little hip dip. So dropping the hips towards the floor, squeezing the glutes to lift up nice and high. So we're gonna hit that side. Yes, we'll do both sides here, left side, right side. From here, number 4, you're gonna walk one foot through. So here I'm taking my left foot, sneaking under the right, and then extending that arm up to the ceiling. Sneak back to your plank. Other side. Sneak back. So we're gonna alternate there. And again, if you wanna modify, on your hands is a little bit easier. Sneak through, standard plank. Sneak through. Number 5, you're gonna sit on your butt. You're gonna come to a boat position, so legs extended. Modification would be to bend the knees. From there, we're gonna go arms up and down. Yes, the endurance is just trying to hold that position the whole time and moving the arms through space. Very last one. Laying supine on your back. You're gonna flex your feet. We're gonna draw a circle with those feet. So you're just gonna look up at the ceiling. You're gonna drop the legs down just a few inches and just imagine that you have a crown on the bottom of your feet or a marker or a pencil, and you're just drawing a nice circle on the ceiling. If that is too much, you can modify by just dropping a few inches and holding. Yes? Any questions? Any further modifications? You can write in the chat. Let's see. Modification for leg pull through. Yes. So I would go to a standard high plank, and you can just go knee, back, knee. So you're not doing the full expression of the leg straight. Just keep the knee straight, slight twist so you get the obliques to engage. Yes? Awesome. Nice, Tina. All right, you guys, so we're gonna do 30 seconds of each exercise and only 10 seconds in between. This is not a recovery. We're just gonna take 10 seconds to transition to the next, so it's very quick so we can keep that endurance going. Again, if you wanna play your own music at home, I'm not playing it because I don't want it to disrupt my sound quality for you guys, but you are feel free to play any music that you want at home. I'll let you set up your playlist. I'll get my timer out. Are we feeling good? Yeah. All right, here we go. We're starting in 8 seconds. Let's get up that forearm plank set up, shoulders over your elbows. That belly button's pulled to your navel. Rainbow planks for 30 seconds. Here we go, up and over. Scooping those hips up and over, dropping that hip to the side. If this is too much, again, modification, coming up into a high plank, and you can just make the movement smaller. But shifting hips right to left. You have 5 seconds left. Good, drop the knees down very quickly. We're gonna transition into that forearm plank, arm reaches in 5 seconds. Shoulders over those elbows. Here we go, reaching right arm and left arm. Right arm and left arm. As you go, try not to wiggle those hips too much. The front of your pelvis is gonna stay pointed towards the floor. Modification, if you need to separate the feet just a little bit wider to have a wider base of support, that is okay. Good, and as that arm reaches forward, just think of lengthening the lats. You have 3 seconds. Good, and drop those knees back, quick stretch. Nice, everyone. We're gonna go into our first side plank hip dip. Hips go down and up, squeeze those glutes at the top. You can make this as big as you want, or as a modification, you can make it really small and just focus on that contraction at the top, contracting into those abs, contracting the glutes. Nice, everyone. You have 5 seconds. We're going to go right away to the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Flip around. Same thing, other side. Make sure you stack those shoulders, stack your hips. Here we go, 30 seconds. As you go, make sure that belly button is still pulled into your spine, and just check out what your chin is doing. If your chin is jutting out, try to pull it back into your spine. Nice, you guys, 10 seconds. Try to open up that top shoulder. Yes, 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Good, we're doing our 2-point kick through. So from your forearms or from a high plank, here we go, right away. Kicking through. As you rotate between sides, try to keep your hips low. So your hips are not going to jut up in between. Yes, sneak it through. Stay nice and low. Lindsay, shift your shoulders over your wrists just a little bit more. Shift your weight forward. Nice. Okay, relax, you guys. We're going to flip around to our boat hold. Legs all the way up or legs bent. Arms go up and over. Here we go, 30 seconds. As much as you can, try to lengthen into that low back, keeping that neutral spine, belly button pulled in. Reach those arms up as high as you can. You're halfway there. Good, sit nice and tall. Breathing, 5 more seconds. Beautiful, everyone. Good, transitioning onto the back for our supine ab clock. Legs up to the ceiling, flex the feet. Drawing those circles, 30 seconds. If you want to, you can alternate directions, or you can just do all of them to the right side, and then the next set, we can do all of them to the left side. This is totally up to you. If you feel like this is putting stress on your lower back, you can put your hands behind your lower back like we did in the TVA exercise, and try to create some pressure there with that belly button. 5 more seconds. Good, everyone. Just hug those knees into your chest. Good. We are going to add a little bit of a cardio element today since you joined me live. We're going to go to a high plank, and we're just going to do some mountain climbers. We're going to go 60 seconds, mountain climbers. Everyone hit that high plank. This is what you get for showing up. Here we go, 60 seconds, mountain climbers. Drive those knees forward. Keep those shoulders over your wrists. Let's go. Running up those legs. Try to keep those hips nice and low. Shoulders over the wrist, belly button pulled up, chin up into the back of the spine. Beautiful, you guys. You are halfway there. Keep going, working towards endurance. We're building up lots of muscle tolerance here. You have 20 more seconds. Keep running, keep running. Last 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. one leg forward. Let's do a quick hip flexor stretch. 90-90 like we did yesterday. So the knee that's down onto the floor, that arm's gonna come up and over. Slight side bend and slight turn up towards the ceiling. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale. As you're breathing, squeeze that glute. The more you squeeze it, the more the hip flexor will release. One more breath in and out. And gently release the other side. One knee up, one knee down. Same thing, side bend. Open to the ceiling, squeeze that glute. 3 deep breaths in and out. All right, are we ready for round 2? How are our abs feeling? You ready? Second round, 30 seconds. I'll give you 8 seconds to get into that forearm plank. Here we go. In 5 seconds, we go. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds of that rainbow plank, up and over with those hips. Dropping right hip to the floor, left hip to the floor. If this is becoming too much, you also can drop your knees to the floor and then keep doing that rainbow with the knees on the floor. Try to keep that scooping action, belly button pulled up into the spine. You go 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice, you guys. Quick little breather. We go right back down to that forearm plank. We're going to go into the arm reaches. Thumb up to the ceiling. Here we go. 30 seconds. Keep those hips nice and low. Try to extend that arm fully out in front of you. Reach that thumb up. So we can rush through this, or we can do this with full intention. Lots of things to think about. Belly button pulling to spine. Neutral spine. Squeeze the glutes. And you're already done. All right. Side plank, hip dip. Choose one side. Here we go. 30 seconds. Dipping and lifting. Squeezing the glutes at the top. Make sure the shoulders are stacked. Hips are stacked. If this is too much on your ankles, you can bring one foot forward to support, yes? So the legs will be separated. Make sure you're breathing. I like to exhale as I lift. 5 more seconds. And flip it over, other side. Your choice, always the choice to come up to the hands if you want. Here we go, 30 seconds. Squeezing that glute. Lots of deep breathing. Your abdominals love that extra oxygen. So send oxygen to those muscles. Good, nice big squeeze at the top. Crystal, pull that top shoulder back a little bit. Yes, 5 more seconds. Beautiful. Nice, you guys. Quick breather. We're coming back to our forearm plank. One leg kick through, side to side, or just a knee twist. Here we go. If you can totally open up that chest and your shoulder and look up at the ceiling, even better. Yes, chest towards the sky. If you can, try to add the breath. So you inhale as you open and twist. Exhale through the center. Nice, you guys, you're already done. Let's flip over to that boat pose. Legs fully up or knees bent. Here we go, 30 seconds, arms up and down. As you go, try to lengthen that lower back, sit nice and tall, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling, extending those arms. You have 5 more seconds. It goes by fast, right? Last one, on your back, supine ab clock. Here we go. If you can make that circle a little bigger, go for it. Flexing the feet, keeping that belly button pulled into the spine. If you went one direction last time, switch it up. Or alternate, whatever's working for you. If you feel like your lower back is excessively arching when you drop the legs down, don't go quite as far. Yes? So you want to keep that neutral spine, but don't push it too far. Nice, you guys. We're going to flip right over into those mountain climbers. You have 60 more seconds. So what I want you to be feeling today with the core workout is a slight elevation in heart rate, and you really should just be feeling very connected from your shoulders down to the bottoms of your hips. We're not burning out the abdominals because we're working very deeply, and we're also integrating a lot of muscles. So you're not going to feel that burn that you feel with crunches, but because we're integrating larger muscle groups, you should feel like a little nervous system effect and feel a little fatigued, but not the burn in your abs. Does that make sense? All right, we're gonna go 60 seconds, mountain climbers. Here we go. Shoulders over the wrist. Let's go for it, run it out. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. Sneak those legs under, keep your hips nice and low. Keep that breath going. You can go slow inhale, slow exhale. Keep driving those shoulders forward. You are halfway there. Keep running it out. Nice, Dina. Nice, Lindsay. Yes, Nikki. Yes, Cindy. Look at those arms. Nice. You guys have 15 seconds. Make sure those belly buttons are staying up into the spine. Last 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, you guys. Let's lay on the back really quickly. We're going to open up the hip flexors by doing a nice glute bridge. So you can support your back here if you want, or just keep your arms by your sides. Make sure you're engaging the glutes, and I want you to flex the toes up. Yes? You're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale fully into the lungs, into the belly. Just trying to slow the breath. Exhale. Full inhalation. Exhale. Just one more. Good, and release those hips down. Okay, you guys, we have just one more. Like I said yesterday, if you feel like you're at a more advanced level and want to do an extra set, you can absolutely do that after this video ends. We're just doing the basic 3 here today on the live. So we have one more. Are we ready? Any questions about what we've done? You guys look awesome. All right, let's get into that forearm plank. Here we go, last round. Here we go, 30 seconds. Rainbow plank, left and right. Let's go up and over. Maybe you want to try scooping a little higher this time. Make it a little bit bigger. Get that breath going. You have 5 more seconds. Maybe you hold in your plank for this transition. Maybe you push yourself to hold or take a break. Whatever is right for you. We're going right into those arm reaches, right and left, thumb up to the ceiling. Imagine that if there's a wall somewhere in the near distance, you're tapping that wall. You're reaching so far that you hit that wall. Keep those hips nice and steady. You have 5 more seconds. Maybe you hold this plank and transition seamlessly to your side plank. or take a little breather if you need it. We're going right into hip dips. Here we go, 30 seconds, down and up. If you want to add a little challenge, you could go fingertips behind your head, open up that chest. Another option is to go arm up to the ceiling and imagine that your hips are touching the sky on the way up. 5 seconds. Good, hips down, flip around the other side. We just have one more of these. In 5 seconds, here we go. Choose your arm position. What is your breath doing? What is your chin doing? What are your shoulders doing? Just take a quick scan of your body. Is everything stacked? Are your abs engaged? Are you breathing? You guys look beautiful. You have 5 seconds. Good, quick transition into your forearm plank. We do our step through. Here we go, 30 seconds. Alternating legs. If you want that full expression, open up that chest to the ceiling. Nice, you guys. Keep those hips nice and low. You want to try to sneak through. Sneak those hips through. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Good, you're halfway there. Nice. Lindsay, shift those shoulders a little more forward over those wrists. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's flip over to that boat pose. Really extend through that spine. Sit as tall as you can, chest up to the ceiling. Legs straight or legs bent. Here we go, arms up and down. Keep that breath going. If you want to speed up those arms and make this a little more cardiovascular, you can. Pump those arms. But as you pump those arms, make sure your chest is sitting taller and taller and taller. It is very easy to lose the abdominal connection here and let that belly button stick out. So check in, pull it in, pull it in. Let's go 10 more seconds. Amazing, you guys reach those arms long. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, lay on your back. Supine ab clock. In 5 seconds. See if you can make that circle a little bit bigger this time. This is your last chance for this. Here we go, 30 seconds. Check in with your lower back. What's happening? Is it arching too little, too much? Is the belly button pulled in? What's your chin doing? If your chin is pointed towards the ceiling, try to drop it just a little bit. Neutral spine in the neck. Are your hips popping? If you're feeling any popping, pull that belly button in even tighter. 5 more seconds, you guys. And keep those legs up. We're gonna do one last challenge here. Try to drop your legs 45 degrees. You're gonna hold here for 30 seconds to finish, yes? Keep pulling that belly button in. You should feel just a little bit of shaking in the core, in the abdominals. Breathe through it. We're building that endurance. Looking good, you guys. Flex those toes, pull that belly button in. Maybe you drop it 1 or 2 more inches. Let's go 5 more seconds. And bend those knees, release. You're gonna flip over onto your stomach, hands under the shoulders. You're gonna do a gentle upward dog. Only go as far as you can with your range of motion, yes? There's no need to press too far here or to push that extension. If it's easy for you to go all the way up, go for it. If it feels better down here, stay right there and breathe. We're trying to put a tiny little stretch on the abdominal wall on the anterior part of the body. Good. Take 2 more sets of inhale, exhale. And then pull your belly button to your spine, flex your toes, press back to a child's pose, and breathe here. Final stretch for the day. This is our quick little cool down that is going to also nourish our second chakra. You're going to lay on your back. You're going to hug your knees into your chest. You're going to forget about your neutral spine here. So I want your neutral spine that's normally elevated to fully sink into the floor. Yeah, so there's no space behind that lower back. You're going to rock your pelvis. So your knees come up towards your head, so your pelvis is coming off the floor, and then drop that pelvis and arch your back. So then we create a little space back there. So rocking, flattening out the lower back, and then dropping down, arching in the lower back. Knees in, round the lower back, drop the knees, arch. So just in your own time, you're just doing a little knee tuck and release, rolling through that lower back. Keep going at your own pace. We're going to do 10 more of these. So as you pull your knees to your chest, we're going towards a fetal position. You're going to exhale all of your breath. As you drop those knees and flatten the spine, you're going to inhale. So exhale, tuck, inhale, release. Exhale, tuck, inhale, release. Exhale, tuck, inhale, release. Just do a few more. And if you're tapped out, you can gently come to a still position. Exhale, tuck, inhale, release. Let's do one more together. Good, slow it down, and then you're gonna turn onto your side. Gently make your way up, and then just come to a seated position to face me. You can sit on your booty or on your knees. Awesome job, you guys. So that is your core circuit. If you wanna do one more round after this, I'm just going to talk you through a few cardio exercises that you can do. The cardio stuff is going to be up to you. I actually suggest that you do it a little later in the afternoon so we can break up our movement, right? So maybe you're going to go eat lunch now and sit around for a little bit. Set a timer, and then later you can do your 15 minutes of cardio. So if you don't have the option to go outside or go running, maybe you climb some stairs, you can just set a 15-minute timer on your phone and just climb some stairs for 15 minutes. You can talk on the phone while you do it. That is totally fine. Maybe you just dance around, like put on a fun song and dance. That's totally fine. If none of those options work for you, here are your options that you can do just right here on a mat. So in a plank position, on a high plank or elbows, you can do jacks, jumping the feet out and in. You can jump the feet all the way forward and back like a half burpee. Yes? So if it were me, I would do maybe 20 of these, 10 of these for a few rounds. Some standing options. You're going to do jumping jacks, alternating sides with the arms over the head. Another option, some sailor legs. So we're getting a little abdominal flexion side to side there. So maybe you do 20 of these, 20 of these. Yes? You can kind of create your own variation and string those together. But you basically just need to set a timer for 15 minutes and see how long you can go. Yeah? We're not trying to spike the heart rate all the way to its fully elevated level. Yes? We're trying to just keep a nice moderate cardiovascular strain. Does that make sense? Any questions? Awesome, you guys are beautiful. If you do think of any questions later, just write in the Facebook group. I hope everyone listened to Renee's video this morning about sleep. Did everyone get their 8 hours? Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day. Let us know how you're doing. Thanks for coming to live. Oh, I hear people again.
I just unmuted.
Okay.
Hi. Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sure. All right.